Hey folks, this is Vint with Dan's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out a game of Dwarves. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about $10. The game is fairly old, just forewarning you. It was released over 10 years ago, so it's a bit glitchy. You may have trouble getting it working. Once I got it up and running, I was fine with it. I've got about 50 hours total in this game over the course of several years. So this is one of those underground dwarf games, dig out blocks, collect resources, so on. There's a campaign and a custom game, and the custom game, your primary goal, however you set it up, is to find 4 crystals on the map, and once you do that, you can quit, and I guess say that you've won. There's no, end screen. There is a campaign. I've played that a long time ago, but I never got into it. What's cool about a game of Dwarves is that, unlike Hammerting, which is all, it's got that 2D side-scrolly look about it. It's kind of like, Fallout Shelter and Terraria where, you're looking at the sides of everything. In this game, you can fully rotate the camera, and there's even an up and down. So there are multiple levels that you'll be having to manage. And truth be told, it is a bit overwhelming. When you're first playing this game, trying to, figure out where you are and not get your dwarves killed is a process, because it's possible for you to dig down and then they can't get back up because you haven't given them a path. Then they starve to death, and then you have to start over with those dwarves. You can spawn new ones up to a certain limit. There are different classes in this game. There's a digger, a fighter, a worker, a crafter, and dwarves, as you get them, as you spawn them, start off as dwarflings. And they gain experience just by eating, whereas the dwarves that are adults, whenever you decide what class they become, will only gain experience when they do what they're assigned to do. So sometimes there's a strategy. Let the kids eat as much as they want, keep them around for a while, let them get high level, and then turn them into stuff. Pick a class and they'll grow into an adult. There's a research table, which I'll get into later, but, your scholar will give you research points. Your dwarves have to sleep in beds. Might as well while I'm here. The research tree, it's not huge. As you gain research points, your researcher dwarves will earn you points over time, and you just unlock new technologies, new things to build. Your dwarves become better. Over time, you'll be able to specialize your dwarves, and as they gain individual levels, you'll be able to upgrade them. There are storage limits in this game. You have to construct storage things. There's cabinets, and you can wood, stone cabinets. And in the upper left is a number. Mine says 1950 up there. That's how many of each resource I can store, and the resources are on the bottom. There's a lot of different resources. There's gold, wood, stone, and then some special ones that you can only find by going really far down. You start off at I think it's level 5, but as you get down to level 25, level 30, all the way down, you find the more rare Dragonite or whatever it's called. So, and then you can use that rare resource in order to, craft the more rare things. There is exploration in this game. There's a lot of it. You're going to be, seeing a bunch of these blue question marks on the black map all around you. And as you dig into them, you'll unlock either good or bad things, mostly bad. But sometimes you'll find gnomes, or I don't know what they are, elves, Santa's helpers, I don't know. But sometimes it'll be goblins or trolls. Sometimes it'll be, they don't even attack. But sometimes they'll leave behind furniture that you can pick up and move, which is cool, or you can sell it. Your dwarves do have a happiness meter, so you do have to manage not only their food, but you also have to manage their happiness. And to manage happiness, you put down furniture. If you own the ale DLC, you can actually, as a crop type, grow ale somehow, and that will also make them happy. But primarily what you're doing is you're going up and down with the little slider on the bottom right, and you're trying to explore the environment in a methodical way and control it, because if you just dig willy-nilly wherever you feel like, your dwarves will become trapped and die because they can't get back home to eat. Sometimes you'll dig into an area that you weren't ready for, and then, there's 3 level 10 goblins or whatever, trolls, and they're just going to kill everyone, including your king. And it's who you're trying to protect. You've got a king unit that you start with, and you're trying to protect them. There's like a city screen where you can buy and sell resources. You can upgrade your city level so that your dwarf cap is higher. I think you can have like 8 to 10 dwarves in the beginning, and then as you upgrade by spending gold, you can up that limit. And again, these dwarflings will just eat. They don't do anything else but eat, and then you assign them a class whenever you feel like it, and that's when they grow into an adult and then do their thing. So you can buy and sell resources there, which is fine. But yeah, research, like I said, is not that complicated. You'll just earn these points over time as your researchers are standing at a table. The game is a bit buggy. I will come out and say that, especially since the game is over 10 years old. Sometimes the pathing is horrible. You know, on occasion I'll find a dwarf. I'm like, why are you starving? There's a ladder right here. You can climb it. It's just a pain in the butt. Sometimes when you build a banner for your warriors to sort of congregate around, sometimes it takes them a while to register that, and other times they do it immediately. I haven't figured out why sometimes they can't and sometimes they can. Like there's a particular thing blocking them, but it's a pain trying to figure out where it is. You can also specialize. Once you get enough research points, you'll be able to click on dwarves and specialize them. Whether it's like, if they're already a fighter, you can specialize them, turn them from a fighter into a berserker or maybe into a shield person, whatever. But typically you can only upgrade in the beginning by picking a dwarfling's class. That's it. But again, as you go up the tech tree, you'll be able to specialize your ranged units and your fighter units. And you can even put down like training dummies so that they can just level up on their own. It's expensive to do. They need good material for that. And so as long as you have it, great. Your crops do need maintenance over time. So like you'll need wood and gold to continue producing what they're like. You have to like regrow them or replant them, whatever. First, you put down a fertilizer stone on one of the fertilizer locations. Like there are these dark green squares that you can put crops down, but only if it's fertilized. You have to put down the stone around it first, and then the surrounding squares you can grow on them. But yeah, so you have to like there's a maintenance cost associated with keeping food and stuff. So like there is a timer, albeit a very lax one, because it is possible to continuously run out of gold. But as long as you keep growing wood and then sell that wood via the trading area, that's fine. Just continuously finding gold in the environment. The more you dig down, the more you'll find gold deposits and other rare resources, which you can easily just sell, like I said. So there's that. So it's not a bad game. It's fun. It's for a 10 to 12 year old, was it 2012 is when it released? So yeah, about 12 years old. For a 12-year-old game, it's not bad. Like I played it for the last 2 hours just now, and the only thing I got frustrated over was I couldn't find the last crystal on the map. There's a in the custom mode, you have to find 4 crystals scattered around the environment. And I couldn't find the blue question marks. You have to get relatively close into the general vicinity in order to find them. So like you're on a small map even, you're going up and down your screen trying to, where haven't I dug yet? Oh, I've dug, I left this area ago, maybe it's there. So it's like a seek and find at that point. So I spent like 10 minutes unnecessarily trying to find the last crystal, but it's not as bad as it sounds. It's just annoying more than anything. But yeah, putting things down, there's no rotate key. You have to click and hold and then drag the mouse, and in doing so, that'll rotate the item, and that can be annoying, especially when you can't get the item where you want it to in the first place. Luckily, there is a free move, so like you can pick something up and move it, or just sell it outright if you want to. So do I recommend this game? Yes, I do. Just be warned that it is old. It's janky. It's a bit buggy, but I had a lot of fun mining out resources and managing a little dwarf, empire. I enjoyed it. I feel like it can be improved in a number of places. There's a lot of things that the game could do to be better. But again, I doubt Paradox Interactive is going to come to this game 12 years later and patch anything at this point. So my recommendation is maybe get it on a sale and don't be afraid of Steam's refund policy. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and refund it before that 2 hours is up or whatever the limit is. But I do like it. This is more nostalgic for me. I don't know if I played it for the first time now, would I continue playing it? I only loaded it back up because I'm like, hey, I remember this game. Maybe I should give it another go. And I did, and I got lost in it. I got lost in managing everything and trying to plan out my digs so that, I wouldn't screw my dwarves over, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's still fun after all of these years. I wish that there was a game of Dwarves 2 that would eventually release. Yes, Dungeons 4 is planned. Calypso is making that happen. So I'm on the lookout for that. In the meantime, I guess I can go back to Dungeons 3 or whatever. Until then, this is not bad. Maybe get it on a sale, and like I said, don't be afraid of that refund policy. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.